Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh man, another one of these.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh man, how did we get here?
No one knows Carson.
Well, let's put it in perspective.
There's so much going on in the world.
Anthony
And I'm just giving
Edwards,
my two
once
cents
again,
on it.
has
Go ahead and
turned
do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.
You have a lot of these people jumping on the bandwagon. I gave him his name back to Ant Man because he beat LeBron. And I said, I won't call him Camp Man if he beats LeBron. Now, everybody in sports is calling him Camp Man. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Now, you got AI tech doing it. Then everybody's gonna say Skip Bayless created something that he didn't. And this is where it gets weird. Because everybody was praising him just one game prior. One game prior, when they won game 3 by like 45 points, I saw these so-called experts sit there and say Anthony Edwards has figured out the OKC Thunder. He's finally figured them out. Former NBA basketball players, analysts, so-called sports analysts, and just pundits, period, had already proclaimed that is what it was. They didn't second guess. They didn't change their thoughts, their appeal. None of it. That's exactly what they thought it was. And that's how they kept it as. Now, you want to go any further, all you have to do is go to the game Anthony Edwards had in game number 4. In game 4, it seems like he decided to follow a different strategy. His strategy was, I'm going to follow the coach's plan. I'm going to get the ball out of my hands more. We're going to spread the offense. So, when you look at how they lost by 2, they were spreading the ball around. Trying to spread out OKC so they could unclog the defensive assignment that's on him, sending a double, taking away his lanes, making Anthony Edwards have to work. The way he plays the game is different. He plays more like this modern style, Jalen Brunson type, dribbling excessively too much in his progressions. Normally people have a dribble, go, pull, or do whatever they're going to do and make their move. What he likes to do is to continuously go down the road of what they think success is. And that is constant, a constant flux of dribbles till they get you out of position, then attack or pull up jump shot. Well, the 2-point game makes it closer than what it actually was. But at the end of the day, the casual would just look at the stat line and say, well, Anthony Edwards didn't do what he was supposed to do. I would say that. But you can't play like Anthony Winslow. Ant Man Winslow, you got to play like Anthony Edwards. If you want to be with the elites, you can't take 2 shots in the first half. That just don't make sense. Not in the playoffs, not in the Western Conference Finals. You can't do that and be successful. It's just not going to happen. McDaniels stepped it up. But again, your biggest problem has been Julius Randle. They've taken him away. And by them taking away Julius Randle, his confidence has been rattled. And Randle is somebody who confidence has to be up in order for him to be successful. And if he isn't successful, you lose. Now, Dante and Alexander Walker covered the slack in that game to make up for Julius Randle. But now they're playing out of their element down the stretch of the game because they're not used to doing this role. So now they're going to take ill-advised shots that they don't normally take near the end of the games. And the people that are supposed to take these shots at the end of the game are like, what are we doing here? So now it's helter-skelter. And that's when you need someone to step up with leadership and say, this is what we're running. You guys did a great job getting us here, but we're going to go back to formula and close this thing out. You guys probably don't remember this, but in Game 6 of the 1992 NBA Finals, you had who did they have? They had who did they have? Oh yeah, the Chicago Bulls was playing the Portland Trailblazers. It was Game 6, the elimination game for Portland. Portland was up big in the fourth quarter. And Jordan had a terrible game. And everybody's like, okay, well, this thing is going to go 7 games. And right away, back then they played 2, 3, and then 2. So the Bulls had the best record. So the Bulls had 2 at home. So they were like, all right, Game 7's going to be here tomorrow. Everybody was getting ready for Game 7. Phil Jackson put in the reserves, like the second unit, and just let them play. I was going to let them play out. And then Stacey King, Bobby Hansen, and the reserves played well enough till they made it a game again. So they was like, oh, okay, well, this is getting to be a game again. So they took, Michael Jordan is on the bench. They inserted Michael Jordan back into the game just for this reason. And Michael Jordan closed the game out, the original 5. They thanked the bench for their contributions and people who don't normally do something. But now it's time for us to close the game. Jaden McDaniels did a great job of maintaining the game, doing what he usually does. And he was tremendous. I mean, absolutely tremendous. The work he put out there on the floor, I mean, it stood out. And you want to see that continuously happen down the stretch of games. I didn't understand why certain people were even being put in a certain box. Didn't make sense to me, so it is what it is. But Anthony Edwards is being put in a difficult situation because of what OKC Thunder is doing to him. The second unit has an assignment. When they come in, they know how to get up on Ant Man, how to help out when guarding him. You think Dort and these guys are gonna, and Shea is gonna be guarding Ant Man? No. You're gonna be having Jalen Williams, Holgram, Hark come over and help out. And Hark doesn't even have to score. They sacrificed all of that for Harkenstein just for him to be a defensive assignment on the floor. A presence, a guy who can move his feet. Chet Holmgren comes over and helps out. Now, if you're Ant-Man, you got to dominate the Jalen Williams situation. They're losing because Jalen Williams scoring 34 points. That's going to stop you. He can't get more than 21. If he gets 21, you're going to lose. Two guys had 74 points. That can't happen. Well, they're burning the candle at both ends. You know, Dort has been struggling shooting the ball. But Ant-Man, what he has to do is force the action. Beat your assignment right away. You have to set the tone early. If you don't set the tone early, you're going to be on the back heels. You have to put pressure on OKC to have to match what it is that you're doing. They're going to run. They're going to keep you in transition. You're going to learn how to rest and use your team. Shooting jump shots don't get you to the free throw line. If you keep pulling up for jump shots, there's no way you're going to get to the free throw line, stop the action, get rest, so you can come back and attack smarter. They don't allow that. So you're creating more of a problem than you are a solution. And when you do that, you're just really failing your team. You're failing your team. You're failing to be assertive. You're failing to be part of the action. You're failing to do everything that is necessity or necessary for you to win. I think they should concentrate more on the guy Robbie Pierce, who used to be the shooting coach. I think they should concentrate more on having an offensive strategy. The offensive strategy of attack, because everything seems to be long jump shots instead of actually having a post-up guy. Rudy Gobert should be featured more. There's no way Rudy Gobert should have less than 20 rebounds, playing 30-something minutes in the night. And Rudy don't have 12 or 14 rebounds. But he can't get those rebounds if you guys are not playing at the basket with Rudy. If you're driving the lane while Rudy is down there, down low, if y'all miss, he could get the rebound. But if you're shooting long jump shots, they got about 3-4 defenders back there to get the rebound. And everyone talked about what a bad game Anthony Edwards had. Like he said he doesn't think he struggled because he didn't take enough shots to struggle. And that just insinuates people that betted on him. That insinuate people that watched the game and was upset and just want him to have breakout games. But by them spreading the offense around, it did make the team look a little bit better. It's just in the second half when you need to take the game over, down the stretch in the fourth quarter, because I thought he was conserving his energy to make a big run in the fourth quarter. But when he hit that pedal on the gas tank, there was nothing there. There was nothing left in that gas tank. And because of that reason, that's why I put him in that situation. I don't know. At the end of the day, Ant Man Edwards cannot look like Ant Man Winslow. He can't afford to look like that anymore. I mean, seriously. If he's going to continue to play that way, he's going to be on the outskirts. And they'll find another guy to replace him with. But he's got to learn how to balance his attacks. Now, sorry about that. I had a message come through. But just let it be known that Anthony Edwards, when they put you in this category and they rave and praise about you, these media pundits, they want to see consistency out of you. You're supposed to consistently do this easy and make the game easy. There are no off nights. This is what it's like at the top of the food chain. You wanted to be here, they put you there. You put out LeBron, you the legend killer, and all this stuff. Now, you gotta have that championship. You gotta have that brass. You gotta walk away with the kesef. You gotta be the big man on campus. Let's see what you bring to the table. All right? Now, everybody enjoy your day. And we'll get ready for Game 5. I'm out.